I'm in my travel clothes, so forgive me to family for not being properly dressed. I didn't even understand why I got the call. I'm here first to speak on the behalf of just the black community here, because we've done a good job in this city, in the big city of Atlanta, in the small city of South Fulton. We've done a good job being examples that you can be anything you want to be. Be a little boy who wants to play baseball. You can train, you can develop a discipline that although it doesn't lead you to the major leagues, it leads you to the major leagues in music, and you can be an example for young people after you. Anything is possible in this city, and Corey and Tammy have showed us that by the product that they produced. I want to thank them as parents for giving their child the stability that would give those beautiful children the confidence to know that they're competent to do anything they want. A lot of people might be like, who is that up there? My name is Michael Render. I'm Denise's son. And like Tammy's son, I sang and danced for a living. Like Corey's son, Michael and Anthony, my fathers, have watched proudly from the audience, and they've suffered some for me too. I just like to say that we're not burying a musician today. You're burying a man. You're burying a man who was a student at Fort Valley, who was a baseball player, who was a son to a mother and a father, who was a father to children, who was a loving companion by what the internet say to a few women. But the women that gave him his children, he treated with honor and respect. Never been in that man's presence and seen him disrespect. And I've been, and I'm not going to take longer than 2 minutes. I'm going to say this to Atlanta. I didn't know him intimately. I didn't know him as a homeboy. I wasn't hanging out in the studio. I judged him by the fruit he was, the tree that he fell from, his mother and his father. Everywhere I went in this city, you hear their name in high praise and honor. And everywhere he carried their name, it was in high praise and honor. So to young people in the room, I want to say, carry your parents' name in a way that when it's said, it's going to be honorable and high praise. I've never heard his father or his mother's name spoke lowly, because I've never heard his name. I would like to say, see, because a lot of us in the music industry, our lawyers, our accountants and stuff, they be people that have a certain faith. They be Jewish folk. So I asked my account one time, I want to go to one of your high and holy days with you. He took me to Yom Kippur. One of the greatest things we've taught in those religions is forgiveness and grace. And I stand here in front of two amazing parents and an amazing community that produced him. But also, man, I stand here in a room full of some people, they was his rivals about 19 years ago. And they got over that rivalry and they forgave each other and they lived. He was an example of grace.
One of the people he's speaking about that was his rival, they had some type of issue that they squashed it and they was cool. And now that nigga who had issues with him is now close friends with the whole family. Rollo. Y'all don't know who Rollo is? It's the guy who been beefing with Book.
Yeah.
And I seen Rollo do a little live while he was at the funeral. And he said something that I hope he meant. Which I know he meant one part, which he said he was glad he squashed the beef with Rich Homie Quan before he passed, because watching them close that casket and you know you're not going to see him again, watching a father bury his son, a mother bury her son, that did something to him. And he had said something, he was like, man, for the guy, those guys that I'm not seeing eye to eye with, or we done had some words, we gotta just put this shit to the side, man. I'm done with it. If you done with it, it can be squashed. And that's what that shit is about, people.
Right.
Feeding these people the drama that they want so they can be entertained. And then next thing you know, somebody lost their damn life over some nonsense, which really wasn't even working. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, man.
Seeing you feel guilty afterward.
Yeah. Because it's what they beefing about, man. Is man, leave that rat shit alone, man. I understand people live by the street code and all that, but eventually somebody's gonna get hurt, man, because somebody's gonna take that shit personal. Because a lot of people don't like to be embarrassed for the world to see. And that's the biggest issue of when it comes to the killings and the murders in hip hop. The world sees the disrespect.
Right.
They want to feel that way, man. So salute the killer, Mike.
God got a plan for me. I know God got a plan for me.